So imagine you're going to the grocery store. You're going to pick up your jug of milk, whether it be organic or conventional, and your jug of milk says free of antibiotics or antibiotic free, whatever verbiage they choose to use, and you think to yourself, great, I don't want to drink antibiotic treated milk, so you feel better about buying that, right? So here's the thing. All milk is antibiotic free, whether they're organic or non-organic. When a cow is treated with antibiotics or another drug that is not allowed to be into the food supply, that cow is milked out of our tank until she tests negative on our, whether it be our home kits or testing at the lab, for that drug residue. Each drug we use has what's called a milk withhold time. That's the minimum amount of time that that cow's milk is not allowed to enter the general supply. So when a milk truck pulls in, the first thing they do after agitating the samples is they take a sample of our milk and they label it with our producer number to help identify where that milk came from. When they pull into the processing plant, those samples are immediately taken to the laboratory. Now, they test that milk for a large amount of things. Most of it is helpful information for us as producers, but they are also testing for drug residues that are not supposed to be in the food supply. If those pop up, that entire load is considered contaminated and it has to be dumped. Us producers, or whichever producer might have done that, gets a phone call. Not only do you pay for the entire load that you just contaminated, there's a very real chance you are going to no longer be allowed to ship to them. And if you lose your milk market in this day and age, there's really very likely you're not going to find another one. They're in very short supply. So it's not really beneficial for us to do something illegal like that. That's simply just going to harm us. So when you see that label that says antibiotic free, it's a marketing technique. It makes you want to buy it. It's no different than products that are labeled GMO free, and yet that is not a GMO crop in the United States. It's all about the consumer feeling better about what they're taking in. But I promise you, whether you're buying organic or not, there's no antibiotics in that food. When a cow first calves or has been on particular medications, at the end of that withhold time, we milk into a separate pail, shown here, where we can then take a milk sample of that cow and test it on a kit to make sure it is free of those medications.